Good morning, Dr. Wildcat, and good morning, Climate Change Working Group. This is Rita Oscarson from Northwest Indian College joining you via video. Wildcat has made me into a movie producer. So I'm imagining that I'm staring at all of you beautiful people over at Haskell, while in reality it's about 10 o'clock here in Bellingham, Washington. Dr. Wildcat asked me, and I'm very honored. Thank you, Dr. Wildcat, for asking me to create a tribute to my late mentor, Steve Pavlik. Steve Pavlik was a professor at Northwest Indian College. He passed away a couple years ago. We miss him very, very much. He was my mentor. He was my best friend. He was an uncle to my daughter. He was a foundation at Northwest Indian College. Steve worked hard to help found and establish our current Native Environmental Science program, the program that I am an alum from, thanks to his support and help, and also the program that I teach in. I met Steve in 2010, January 2010, first quarter that I came back to Northwest Indian College. Signed up for one of his classes, Polls 118, Rights of Indians and Tribes. I had originally signed up for another class, but everyone cried during the first class, so I dropped that class, and then I signed up for Steve Pavlik's class, and the rest is history. We became fast friends, and I thought, yeah, tribal law, I think this is a good fit. Nobody cried in the first class. 2010 was also the year that Northwest Indian College hosted one of the Climate Change Working Group meetings. I was a student, and I was also interning that summer in Oregon, and Steve asked me to help him to co-plan and facilitate the Climate Change Working Group for Wildcat and all of the students and all of the people that were to arrive. And I know that he had been involved for many years before and for a couple of years after, right up until his death. For those of you who don't know Steve, he was passionate. He was extremely dedicated. He was motivated. He was driven. He never claimed to be a native. He never claimed to try to be a native. He was Steve. He was our friend, our uncle, our ally. He was there when we needed him. I think a lot of the work that came across very naturally as he taught, and also as he contributed to conferences like the Climate Change Working Group and also the Vine Deloria Junior Indigenous Studies Symposium poster behind me. He had a love for the natural world. He had a love for students. He had a love for dialogue and communication, for getting things done. Let's talk about these ideas. Let's learn about them, and then let's go do something about it. He was famous for bringing in famous people from all over Indian country, Hollywood. We had Koryanka Kilcher one fall. We had John Trudell pack the house. He brought in Henrietta Mann, Oscar Kowalhali, Dan Wildcat, Dave Wilkins, Oren Lyons. The list goes on. He wasn't afraid to reach out and expose his students and campus to people that he thought were movers and shakers, people who got things done, stood by their word, showed their work with action. And by doing so, he motivated his students to also do the same. He motivated us to look within ourselves, to find the strength, the value, the knowledge that we held within ourselves and apply it. Apply it as Indigenous science. Apply it as Native environmental science. Apply it as law and policy. Oh, that's you, Wildcat, texting me. Anyway, Steve also, for many years, was the host of the annual Vine Deloria Junior Indigenous Studies Symposium at Northwest Indian College, which previously was the Robert K. Thomas Symposium. We continue to host the conference every summer at Northwest Indian College in honor of Vine and his work, and now in honor of great people like Vine Deloria Jr., Billy Frank Jr., Steve Pavlik, and we welcome you to join us during the next symposium coming up this early spring. I don't have too much to say except I love you, Steve. I miss you. We are continuing to do the good work that you inspire us to do. And thanks for inspiring us, encouraging us. We miss you every day. And thanks, Dr. Wildcat. I hope to join you all maybe next a climate change working group. Otherwise, come on up to the Pacific Northwest and to Northwest Indian College. Love and see you all soon. Bye.